Hi Richard, so here's a video that will basically walk you through the things that we covered during our call. If you have any questions, this should answer them, or you can always just reach out to Haley or Dawn or myself. So basically you want to log in to login.cengage.com with your email address and password. And then once you're logged in, you're going to see the textbook cover of your text, and you'll see the name of your course for this semester. So I believe it was BUAD like 3000 or so. Here's my account, and here's my course name, which is different from yours, but you would just simply click on the title of your course. And this is going to take you out to the MindTap homepage. Now when you're on the MindTap homepage, remember you have three different views. You have this week view, which is going to populate your assignments by week, and you can just scroll left or right by clicking on these left or right arrows to see what's populated into these week by due date. Or you can click on this center view here, which basically organizes all of the content by folder, and you place your first quiz, second quiz, third quiz at the bottom of your course. So if you have to modify the date on this quiz, you can easily do so just by clicking on this pencil icon here. And then it's just going to take you back to this screen where you could change the date for the entire class. Now, even though we already have your quizzes set up, I promised that I would send you this tutorial just in case you want to go through this process again for a later quiz. So the first thing you need to do when setting up a quiz is to the far right, you're going to see all of these different apps. You want to look for the app titled CNOW. When you click on that, it's going to expand the CNOW homework app. Don't worry that it's called homework, even though you're setting up tests or quizzes. It's all done from the same screen here. All right, so from here you can see a list of every assignment that has been assigned using that CNOW app within MindTap. And remember, you can filter from the most recently created assignment just by clicking on this number symbol here. So it's just going to rearrange all of that content by the first item you created versus the last item that was created. So I created this quiz one a while ago, and again you can just click on this number symbol to filter. Now let's talk about how you can create a new assignment. You would simply click on the Create Assignment button. And from here, you're going to indicate whether this is a homework or test. For your quizzes, we chose the option test. We're going to click continue. And you're going to give your quiz a name. So let's say this is your quiz 4. And you're going to click continue. From here, this is where you're going to choose where you're drawing those questions from. We chose this test bank option. Remember, do not choose the homework options. So to choose the appropriate chapter in the test bank, you want to make sure you click on the plus symbol. This is going to reveal all of your chapters, and then you're going to just select the appropriate chapter. So let's say, for example, this was on chapter 13. I'm going to click 13, click continue. And then if I scroll to the bottom, it lets me know how many questions are in chapter 13. So I can see that there are 55 multiple choice, 33 true false. You indicated that you did not want to use true false, so we just placed a 0 there where true false was. Now I'm going to click on continue. And here are my 55 multiple choice questions. And this is where you can randomly have the system select 15 of those 55. So you do that by clicking this checkbox here next to name, which basically selects all of your questions. you're going to click this second drop down menu, which allows for you to create new from pool, and then you're ready to click this create button. It asks you to name your pool. I'm going to call this my chapter, this was chapter 13. So I'm going to call it my chapter 13 pool, and I know that I want to draw 15 questions out of 55. That's the number you decided when we were on the phone, 15 out of 55. I'm going to click create. It now moves those questions from the left to the right because these are now my included questions in this particular quiz. Now I want to scroll down and click continue. And this is where you can choose your settings. You indicated that you wanted the students to take or submit the assignment once. We left all other settings the same, and then at the very bottom we just checked this option to show them the student details and the correct answers. Now I'm ready to click create test, and here's that quiz 4 right here. Now it's added to this area here, which is like my library of assignments, but I haven't assigned it to my students. So I just want to close out of this window now, and I can do that just by clicking back on this CNOW app. So it moves it out of the way. And remember, to add that quiz to this particular area, we clicked on the plus symbol. We chose to add an activity, and we chose this CNOW homework activity. It's going to bring up that assignment that we created in that library of assignments. So here's my quiz 4. I'm going to check this circle or radio button before quiz 4, scroll to the bottom and click continue. I'm going to scroll to the bottom again because I want to leave these settings the way I set them up previously. I'm going to click on continue. And now this is where I can place an available date by clicking into the empty space, setting my date. I can set a time. I click done, and I can do the same thing for the due date. I select my date, select my time, click done, and once I'm satisfied, I'm just going to click save. It's going to position this at the end of this learning path, and here's my quiz 4. Again, if you want to make any changes to this quiz, once you've added it to MindTap, you can click on the pencil icon, and you can either change the dates or go in to edit your assignment options. You also asked when we were on our call how you can view the students' grades. So you do that by clicking on this progress app here. It's going to bring up your progress app or your grade book. I only have one student enrolled in this course, but you would see a list of all of your students' names here, and this shows their overall performance. But you can also click on expand all grades, and this is going to show you all of the assignments for that particular student. And if you click on the student's name, it's going to take you out to that student's, all of the students' work. And the quiz, since it was at the very bottom, that's where I'm going to locate that quiz 1 and quiz 4. Here is the student's score. They attempted it once. If I click on the student's score, it's going to bring me up the ability to click view to view the students' responses. I can edit the student scores, and if I needed to extend the assignment just for this one individual student, I would click on this calendar here, give them a new due date, and click done. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just reach out to one of your local folks at Cengage and they will get you squared away.